In the early hours of July 17, 2024, a peaceful suburban neighborhood in Melbourne, Australia became the site of a horrific crime that would change the lives of many forever. Emma Stone, a 25-year-old woman with a promising future, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a few scattered clues and a trail of unanswered questions. Her disappearance remains one of the most perplexing and terrifying unsolved cases in recent history, and it continues to haunt both her family and the community. Emma had been out with friends the night before, enjoying a routine evening at a local bar. There was nothing unusual about her behavior, and she was described as calm and happy when she left to return home. However, around 1 a.m., Emma made a brief phone call to her roommate telling her she was on her way back. That was the last time anyone heard from Emma. Emma's roommate grew concerned when Emma didn't return that night. Her phone was off, and there were no messages. By the morning, she had not arrived at work, which was completely out of character for her. Emma was a responsible, punctual young woman, and the thought that something could have happened to her was unimaginable. A missing person report was quickly filed, and authorities began to search the area. They focused on Emma's last known location, the street she had been walking along when she was last in contact with her roommate. But what they found was chilling. Emma's purse and phone were discovered abandoned on a bench near the entrance to a nearby park. There were no signs of a struggle, and the surrounding area appeared eerily quiet. In the days following her disappearance, investigators released CCTV footage that raised even more questions. The footage shows Emma walking alone in the early hours of the morning, heading in the direction of the park. But as she walks into a dimly lit alleyway, the camera picks up something even more disturbing, a shadowy figure following closely behind her. Who was this person? What did they want with Emma? And why hasn't this individual come forward with information about what happened? Despite efforts to track down the mysterious figure, authorities have hit a dead end. The person remains unidentified, and the investigation continues to grow more perplexing. As the investigation progressed, investigators began to explore the possibility that Emma had been abducted. But the question remains, why her? Emma didn't have any known enemies, and there was no evidence to suggest she was involved in anything that would put her at risk. Could this have been a random act of violence, or was there something more sinister at play? One chilling theory that emerged was that Emma might have been targeted by someone who had been watching her for some time. Was the shadowy figure on the CCTV footage someone who had been stalking her? Was this planned, or was it an opportunistic crime? As weeks turned into months, the search for Emma intensified. Volunteers from the community joined law enforcement in combing through the area, handing out flyers and searching nearby parks, forests, and abandoned buildings. But despite all efforts, Emma remained missing. Her family, devastated by the lack of answers, has held public vigils and continues to plead for information. Emma's mother, in particular, has become a vocal advocate, urging anyone with knowledge of her daughter's disappearance to come forward. The emotional toll on her family is unimaginable, but they hold on to hope that someone, somewhere, knows something that could help bring Emma home. In late November 2024, investigators announced that they had received an anonymous tip that could lead to a breakthrough in the case. The tipster claimed to have seen a vehicle near the park around the time Emma disappeared, but the description of the car was vague, and there was no way to confirm the information. Could this be the breakthrough authorities had been waiting for, or is it another dead end? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The search for Emma Stone is far from over, and her case has left the entire community on edge, wondering if they'll ever learn the truth about what happened to her. As the investigation continues, authorities are calling on the public for help. If you have any information about Emma's disappearance, no matter how small it may seem, you could hold the key to solving this case. If you found this story gripping and want to learn more about how such cases unfold or the latest true crime investigations, don't forget to like and share this video with others. Subscribe now to stay informed about the case and future stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat.